food.
You there. Come here.
I should have known there'd be trouble.
I'm not one to let sleeping dogs lie. Not the most elegant solution, was it? My calipers.
There you are. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters.
She frowns and peers at you closely.
Delusions such as these are rare, but not unheard of. I recommend a cup of mulled wine and another night's sleep. Just take it easy. Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those source spells of yours? See what happens.
Currents of magic surge inside you, boiling, bursting, then breaking, only to fade back into your soul like rain into the earth.
My, look at the concentration on your face. There you have it. See? The collar's function. It neuters you of sorts. For your own peace of mind, of course. Yours and the whole world's. Why? Because we're at sea, of course, and have been for several days.
Index fingers pressed to her lips, she pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing gander.
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit too generous with that sedative. Oh, well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. In the meantime, all you need to know is that we're en route to Fort Joy. A new life awaits, and if you're a particularly good girl, perhaps a cure as well. An end to Source. For good.
Good gods! There's been a murder here.
Why won't you sing? That's enough now.
Foul, and I strongly suspect you know all about it. Do you? Well, perhaps you're absolutely right.
For me to listen.
How dare you classify this slop? I've seen more appetizing things coming out of plague-stricken pigs.
An elf sits tucked away in a dark spot.
Snake eyes.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll look like. Rolling dice, deciding fates. Don't worry, honey.
She looks you up and down.
Never say never, though.
She eyes you suspiciously.
Not the future, no, but I can read the past in flesh. Just like you. And I'm quite good at it, too. I could lick your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last. Shall I?
She gives your arm a vigorous...
You were reminiscing. About the things you used to do together.
She pats you on the shoulder.
There, don't you? I don't lick and...
I'm busy watching for clues, sorcerer. Go take your sob story somewhere else.
You think me mad?
No. Insufferable, surely.
What are you trying to hear anyway?
Tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
A scruffy man lounges against the wall with scarred arms folded. A sly smile playing on his face, he stares across at the Magister guarding him. Noticing you, he straightens and beckons for you to come closer.
Watch your back, new fish. There's a
Rolling his eyes at the Magister's wall, he leans in,
Pinches less that.
hocking a phlegmy gobbet in your general direction.
We used to know each other, more's the pity. I was
Standing far back from Ifan, Ifan grins.
same as he was at 14 years old. A long story. Maybe I'll no. The dead man, Finn, is it?
He glances over at...
Damn shame, sheer annoyance. The joy, I've heard a lot. Nothing good. Wonder if we'll get to meet the ringmaster himself. Easy now. I might...
What are you conspiring?
Oh, don't mind him. Fix...
Name.
Magister Victor looks at...
Away with you.
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime.
Would you
put a knuckle in it. I'm trying to concentrate.
They don't care about us. We're like cattle to them.
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
One of us wouldn't kill our own. They're picking us off one by one.
Can we just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up?
You think me mad?
Mad? No. Insufferable? Surely.
What are you trying to hear anyway?
If you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard, Vic.
That right? I always knew you'd turn out rotten, Ben Nestor. Your kind always hung closest to our divine, like wolves around a campfire.
Well, you've got this wolf on a leash now.
Here's the register, ma'am. Good, good. You faring okay, so glad to hear it. You head on in.
How dare you classify...
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella?
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only...
She turns her head.
There are others whose lives...
Good. You there, sorcerer. Go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than cop.
By all means, do as the...
She reaches for her collar.
I'm just about to
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she...
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
What's happened? God damn it! Need to get off this wreck, and quick! Damn! long before this thing snaps into splinters.
The hound paws desperately at his snout.
Great gods! Something's pounding on the hull!
The marking on the... You press your palm. It doesn't. The door.
Something's breaking through! What in the hell are those things?
Children and dwarfs first.
The dwarf yanks at one of the nearby ropes.
Said there were other people down there.
You see those tentacles, kid? It's time for getting the hell out of here.
Thank you, thank you, thank you! There's a ladder right over there.
You're gonna be the death of us, you.
If you can walk, get yourself up the ladder. There's a... Wait! Quite broken!
I've faced worse.
These beardless... They who are about to triumph.
I thought Voidwoken was supposed to be scary.
Let the games begin. Away! The sea's hungry. We don't have much time.
I hear something. It's Magister Siwan.
We need to wait. Think. There's no time.
I have plans for you, child. Rise.
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Oriven.
Those Voidwoken made short bloody work of the ship. Am I the lone survivor? It seems someone, something, wanted me alive. Voidwoken. Those are the same beasts that sank our ship. Damn, they made it to shore. Thought these bloody collars were supposed to keep those things at bay. Drowned and eaten by a Voidwoken. I wonder in which order.
What's that? But that it... What do you mean? Oh,
No. Now.
A black cat. Well, some would see this as an omen.
It seems we are not the only ones taking on strays. Oh, no need to be jealous, Quercus. Fur maketh not the cat.
The cat's eyes are clouded and grey, but it stares at you with a...
What? How did I get hazed? Huh? Yeah, fine. I'm fine. I'm not sure. It's all a little foggy.
The cat opens his mouth as if to speak.
Oh, how pensively our shield looks down upon us.
You spot a strange lizard gazing over the water with a steady, malcontent stare. His skin is of a bright, blood-red colour. Could he be... Yes, you recognize him from the ship. It would seem you're not the only one who survived the tentacles of the deep. The lizard turns about with the graceful ease of a dancer, or a duelist. You lock eyes with his, two smouldering embers that sizzle your very soul.
I did survive, yes. And chances are I wouldn't have, had you not returned to the aid of your fellow passengers down in that dreadful hold. You have my gratitude.
Hand over heart, he salutes you with a bob of the head. More than a nod, though less than a bow.
Yes, I'm sure you've all the makings of a hero and all that, but let's not get carried away, shall we? Now then, if there's nothing further... I'm sure I don't mean to sound condescending, but I had thought it quite self-evident I was gazing out over the waves.
He sighs dramatically.
Tell me, what do you see when you cast your glance over this ocean? Memories. Quite so.
He looks out over the water once more, and so do you. A few tranquil moments pass as the waves lap against your thoughts.
As for myself, when I consider this vast expanse before us, I see continents dotted with mighty cities, and shimmering along the soft curve of the sea's horizon, I picture the palaces that formed my paradise. Lost. What do you mean, what do I mean? I mean just what I say. I had a very actual empire that I lost.
Suddenly, having all the air of being deeply offended, he stares at you with utter incredulity.
Well, don't just stand there gawking like an ape at an abacus. Or do you really mean to tell me you don't know who I am? Oh, may the seven have mercy on their own creation. I am the Red Prince, the All-Conqueror, the World Tamer, the spouse of the sun. Of course you know me.
There's a brief moment's pause, during which his grandiloquent pose deflates ever so slightly.
That said, I suppose I must own up to the fact that I find myself rather in between all-conquering and world-taming opportunities at the moment. The grandeur that is my fate has hit a bit of a snag. But never you worry. For the throne I was destined, and my throne I shall have. Truly. A kind offer indeed. And you've already proven to be trustworthy enough. You came back for the others on that ship, after all. Fine, I accept. On one condition. For reasons I'll not disclose right now, it is imperative that I should meet with a dreamer, one of the mystics of my kind. I've reason to believe one of them may be present on this island. Promise me we'll look for him, and I'll extend you the blessing of my company. Jolly good. So, now that that's settled, first things first. Even if you are as versed in the art of eloquence as I am, that our swords will be doing a lot of the talking from here on out goes without saying. As a born fighter, I prefer the perfection of the blade myself. But I'm well acquainted with the secrets of magic, and yes, even subterfuge. What say you? Very well. Onwards then to victory or death.
The Red Prince nods and gives you a smile that wavers ever so delicately between courtesy and contempt.
Now, as you're aware, you'll be traveling with a prince. Proper forms of address include Your Majesty, Your Royal Highness, or if you're feeling particularly frivolous, My Lord. As your luck would have it, I seem to be fresh out of luggage, so you won't be required to carry my belongings. Of course, there are other forms of protocol to bear in mind, but I'll see to it you'll pick up the rest as we go. So, without further ado, let us be off!
I told him at noon exactly, didn't I? You there, elf? I'm looking for an inmate. A smallish man, thick spectacles, prone to somewhat eccentric chatter. He wears a large bronze pendant with a dragon stamped into it. Have you seen him? None of your business, inmate. Find me if you hear of a me go. Otherwise, don't waste my time.
Come on then, Lexi.
Dear one.
Respect. Huh. Someone's got to keep this place running. Griff can't do it for free. Why'd you gotta make this so hard?
An intense-looking man steps between the thug and the elf and rolls up his sleeves, revealing well-muscled and heavily scarred arms. You recognize him. It's Ifan, who you met aboard the ship on the way here.
Just stand aside, won't you, mate? This is no business of yours.
Lone wolves decide their own business.
The thug freezes in fear for a moment before shuffling back to the protection of his crony.
Pay up, elf. No one shorts Griff, especially not one of you.
Burrow looks you both up and down, sizing up your combined threat.
Ah, get out of here. The both of you. You ain't worth the sweat of my brow anyhow.
The elf smiles and bows to you in thanks.
Follow me, before more of them trouble us. There is a safe place.
You there. You've just arrived, isn't that right? Are you quite alone? You won't regret it. Not when you hear what I've got to say. We need to be quick, though. You never know when the Magisters are going to haul you off. Your loss, my friend. Your very great loss.
What if there are no sorcerers? I only mean that if you think about it... Why hasn't Alexander risen?
So this is Fort Joy.
The delivery. Surely you'll have
What
one.
a crumbling disaster.
Is that thing eating corpses?
The creature heaves through lips gummed with human gore. It turns to you with great effort, pain apparent in every movement, and madness screams from its wide, bloodshot eyes.
You. Quite lost. Quite lost. Careful, or they'll cross your wires. Now, a little query. Where grows the yarrow? Quickly now, for I haven't much time.
The creature gingerly takes the plant into his bloodied hands. He runs his fingertips over the white flowers.
Darling, dear darling child. Hello, yarrow girl. Can it really be you?
The creature clenches the plant tightly. His breath quickens. He seems liable to lunge at you at the drop of a pin.
You wouldn't understand. A father's pride, a father's love.
The creature begins to weep. Fast, silent tears spill from his eyes as he clutches the little cluster of flowers to his heart.
For you, my ring, heart of me, name of Migo. Thank you.
Mind your manners round quick, mate.
I only mean that
Don't disturb me again, unless you've seen Migo. You have seen him? Tell me, where was he? And You're very sure it was him?
She inspects the ring closely.
This can't be. You said he was upon the beat.
He's what now? He's great. I know you are, or you know who does. What? Answer my question, or you'll be seeing stars.
I have no idea what the hell's he created.
I'll be back for you. You better hope I find that crate first.
Your supplicants, and you survive.
Irma! Where are you, darling?
Farah, she ain't coming back.
I don't think I ain't watching. That's your fifth blue just to this road.
Oh, 10 bottles of mead, 1,000 bottles of dust, 50 bottles of tears. Oh,
Yet so quickly,
If it matches
we find
yourself,
sources
Sonia.
so deep.
You forget my name here?
Yarrow girl, you've grown, you have.
Oh, is that really you?
Little Yarrow girl. Grown up, flower-headed girl.
What have they done? Beast! Watch your mouth, inmate. You're in the presence of an honorable man. Ha! I'd die 1,000 deaths before I'd see this go unpunished.
She looks at her father and manages...
As am I. There were always rumors about the hammer. Dallas, that is. What she was, I suppose. I suppose now it's strange. It almost reminds me of the...
She reaches out to touch her father's...
I had no idea. Wait, before you go, you've helped us a great deal today. Let me help you too. Take this key. I'll show you where you can use it. It opens a door leading into the fort that may help you get out of this wretched place. It isn't too late for you. Not yet. What's happened? What have they done to you?
Darling? Yarrow girl?
It was her, wasn't it? The monster.
Don't think of the ugly now. Here I am. Here you are. I'm hungry.
A little reprieve from the din outside.
Thank you for your help with that, thug. Our kind of few here. We must help each other.
She bows.
I hear of no escapes. The only way out is through. Through the Magisters, through their cure. Thugs, I can stand, but I fear the Magisters. In this cave, we trust the healer. She is young, but she sees. She knows more than we know. In the camp, the brute Griff rules. He who gives the bread has the power. It gives me great pain. I'm with my family. We are making beautiful magic. We are healing a tree cut down with great violence. The Magisters come. My family runs, but I fall. My son looks back. I shout to him to run. I am taken. Wait, before you go. I am not here without your help. I do not forget this. For you, a prize. I save it for a special occasion, but I can think of no finer occasion than this. Thank you.
You're cheating!
You cover your face with your hands. You've just heard the news.
You're too slow! You're cheating! I'll stab you right in the eye! You can't get me!
The young girl's eyes are covered, but she turns towards you when you approach. She smiles as though she recognizes you, though she couldn't have seen your face.
Ah, hello. I see you come a long way. I see you come here seeking a great adventure. Do you find it? I do not mean to disturb you. It's just... Never mind. How do I help you?
Her eyebrows shoot up.
There can be a way. Amiro knows. But he is gone. Do you see him? He knows how to leave. My protector, my friend. An elf like me, with a spirit bright as new leaves. He tries to help me, to save me, and he suffers very much. He is caught by those who hurt him. I wish so much for his return. And he tells you what you seek. A way out. You bring me great peace. Thank you, my friend. I miss him very much. I see something that helps. I see a lizard. He is a lizard of many dreams, of far feeling. You do not free Amiro without him.
You're cheating!
Just as you're about to address the lizard, the Red Prince bars you with an outstretched arm.
This man is a dreamer. As you know, I need a word with him. You may wait here while I speak. Permission indeed.
He bids the dreamer stand up and pay attention. The dreamer then chews and swallows. He falls asleep. The Red Prince pinches the bridge of his nose in apparent irritation before turning his back on the jabbering dreamer. You receive a withering...
A deserved bit of Turns out I'm being hunted by the dreamers, though. They're on my side. And they've visions of me on the throne. That's because you haven't seen that other world in all its glory. It is... majestic. Fit for a prince. Oh, I was born with the promise of an empire. and that promise will be kept. But to keep it, I must find a second dreamer, a greater one, a more experienced traveler of the dream world. Bahara is her name, and she resides in the swamplands east of the fort. So, let us make our escape and venture there post-haste.
You know, I could tell you all about swamp dreamers too if I chewed that much Drudene.
Oh, do hold your prickly tongue. Quite right. Do seek my counsel. As am I. That said, there was something truly still.
He has...
Are you a religious? A pity. As for my... After all, when one is... There was such a nuisance. What I meant, sadly, that I hardly know you. I intend to rule an empire one day, not a time. To that end, I suggest we... Of course, I'd much appreciate... There isn't much to say. It's the portent of it all. I can feel it. The revelation will be, and justified, as certain as the suns, but that's the whole idea, I'm afraid. See, the ancient empire, we of war rule the empire, and you in me.
Here you are. I wonder what keeps you. For I am an elf. We are unfamiliar, so tell me. Start from the beginning. I see. I understand. Power. Power comes from... It is nothing. Many...
I found you, didn't I? Red, they said. Red, then dead. Not an attempt, mate. Not if I can bloody... Time's up, Your Highness. It's stabbing time.
Fading. assassins are. It's their frightful manners I mind the most, really.